All right, this problem says to find the slope between the 2 points. So remember, the slope is the change in y over the change in x. We sometimes also say that slope is the rise over the run. So problems 1 and 2 want us to find the slope from 2 points given ordered pairs. And then problems 3 and 4 want us to find the slope from 2 points on a graph. So for 1 and 2, we're going to have to use something called the slope formula, which you should remember from Algebra 1. So the slope formula says that m, remember m is the variable that represents slope, is equal to y2 minus y1, that's your change in y, over x2 minus x1, that's your change in x. And remember this little triangle symbol here, this delta symbol, that means the change in. So for number 1, we're given the points 6, 8, and 12, 10. We need to use the slope formula here. So what you want to do is first go through and label your x values and your y values. So here with 6, we're going to call that x1. It's the x value in the first order pair that we're looking at. 8, we're going to call that y1. It is the y value in the first ordered pair that we're looking at. And then this 12, we're going to call that x2. It's the x value in the second ordered pair that we're looking at. And 10 we will call y2. It is the y value in the second ordered pair that we're looking at. Once you label your points, your coordinates, you just want to substitute them into the formula. So here the slope, which is variable m, is going to be equal to 10 minus 8, so that's y2 minus y1, over 12 minus 6, which is x2 minus x1. So 10 minus 8, we know that is 2, and 12 minus 6 is 6. So the slope here is 2 over 6. You can simplify that if you would like to, but you do not have to. You can just leave it as 2 over 6. For number 2, the ordered pair negative 10, 3 and negative 4, negative 1, we need to find the slope between those 2 points. We're going to use the same process. So first you want to go through and label x1, y1, x2, y2, and after you've done that, you're just going to substitute those values into the formula. So here, m, which is the slope, is equal to negative 1, which is y2, minus 3, which is y1, over negative 4 minus negative 10. You need both the minus sign that's in the formula and the negative sign on the negative 10. You need both of those. So when you do that, negative 1 minus 3, that is negative 4. And in the denominator, negative 4 minus negative 10. Subtracting a negative is like adding the opposite, or adding the positive. So that turns into negative 4 plus 10, which is 6. So for number 2, our slope is negative 4 over 6. Again, you can simplify and reduce this fraction if you would like, but you do not have to. So I'm just going to leave it as negative 4 over 6. Alright, for 3 and 4, we're going to find the slope between 2 points on a graph. So remember, when we do that, you want to draw in these slope triangles. You need to figure out what is the change in y and what is the change in x. So for number 3, we need to find the slope between h and g. So we need to figure out, to get from h to g, we're going to draw in our slope triangle, how many blocks do you have to go up? That is your change in y. And in this problem, the change in y is 4. To get from h to g, you have to go up 4, and then you have to go over 10, which means the change in x is 10. So once you identify the change in y and the change in x from drawing in your slope triangles, you can easily write the slope as a fraction. So here, m is equal to 4 over 10. Again, you can simplify the fraction, but you do not have to. So I'm just going to leave it as 4 over 10. And the last one, number 4, wants us to find the slope between point K and point F. Again, here we're going to draw in our slope triangle, and we want to find the change in y and the change in x. Here, to get from K to F, we're going down. We have to go down 6 blocks. That means we know our slope is going to be negative, because if you imagine drawing a line that connects points K and F, as you can see, that line would go downhill from left to right. So that means your slope overall is going to be negative. So here from our slope triangle, our change in y is 6. So I'm going to write that down. And then our change in x is 12. So I'm going to write that down. And then once you've identified the change in y and the change in x from looking at your graph and drawing in your slope triangle, you can easily write the slope as a fraction. So here, the slope is equal to -6/12, and again, you can simplify your fraction, but you do not have to.